Hello and welcome to this year's Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year final. We're absolutely thrilled to be back here in the Limerick Strand Hotel for the fourth year of this exciting live culinary competition being watched by our audience here and those of you joining us across the region on the YouTube live stream.
Yes, the Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year is a joint initiative between our Further Education and Training Division and our Schools Division. This is part of the National Further Education and Training Strategy to integrate taster vocational courses into second-level education.
Since last September, programmes in culinary skills and barista skills were undertaken by over 300 transition year students across the region. It's a brilliant introduction for them to tourism and hospitality careers and to learn invaluable life skills.
And after months of exciting competition, 4 transition year students from schools across the region have now been chosen to compete today in this live culinary competition, organised by Bernadette, Tom, Diarmid and all the team from our College of Fete Hospitality campus. And here to wish them all the very best today, we're delighted to be joined by Chief Executive of Limerick and Clare Education and Training Board, George O'Callaghan.
I'm delighted to welcome you to the Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year 2024 final here at the Limerick Strand Hotel today. This is the 4th year of this popular competition, inspiring the next generation through an apprenticeship taster programme for transition years, with an interest in the hospitality industry as a career. The initiative is run by Limerick and Clare Education and Training Board's College of Further Education and Training Hospitality Campus based in Limerick and is supported significantly by the Schools Division of the ETB. The programme is aligned with the National FET strategy to integrate taster vocational courses into second-level education. I would again this year like to congratulate our Further Education and Training Division and our Schools Division on this fantastic initiative. Since September last, schools across the region once again participated in 2 different hospitality taster courses, specifically developed for transition years: a Junior Chef Culinary Taster and a Barista Skills Taster. The courses were undertaken by over 300 transition year students who have an interest in the hospitality sector as a career or in just learning a skill for life. Our hospitality campus is dedicated to providing the highest levels of culinary and hospitality training. The final today showcases the strong relationship we have fostered within the Irish hospitality industry since its inception. I would also like to thank our team of professional executive chefs from the ETB's hospitality campus and the panel of chefs of Ireland who have helped make today's event for our transition year students a reality. I would also like to congratulate all of the schools and transition year students competing today: Coláiste Ida agus Joseph, Coláiste Mhuire, Gael Coláiste Limní and Mungret Community College. I wish you the very best in this exciting culinary final.
So let's introduce our student finalists in this year's Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year final.
First up, we have Ailey Lyons from Coláiste Ida agus Joseph in Abbeyfield.
David Emiliano Volkic from Coláiste Mhuire in Askeaton.
Next, we have Joe Minahan from Gael Coláiste Limní.
And finally, Katie Keogh from Mungret Community College.
Now, we're also delighted to welcome staff and students from each of our schools, but also the families of our finalists here to help cheer them on today. So give them all a big round of applause as well. It has been a very exciting morning here so far, so let's take a look at how the morning began for our contestants as they arrived with their mentors in the kitchen here at the Limerick Strand Hotel.
3, 2, 1. Competition has started now.
We are really looking forward to hearing how it's all going in the kitchen. We'll give them a round of applause for all of the activity so far today. We're going into that kitchen momentarily, but first I'm delighted to introduce our esteemed judges today. We have 4 from the panel with us on set right now. Let's introduce them. Michelin Kaur is Director of the firm Hospitality Recruitment. John Gavin from IHF Shannon branch is General Manager and co-owner of Shannon Springs Hotel. We have Dr. Loic Guillon, Honorary Consul of France in Limerick. And Alan Fitzmaurice is President of Panel of Chefs of Ireland. Give them all a big round of applause. So we are going to go to the kitchen momentarily, but first let's introduce the first of today's finalists and our first school in the Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year.
Hi, my name is Ailey Lyons and I go to school in Cláiste Agus Joseph Abbeyfield.
So, Ailey, congratulations. You must be delighted. The school must be really proud that you've got this far.
Yeah, well, we've had Dylan and Anna in the last 2 years, so this is our 3rd year with it. So
Fantastic. 3rd time lucky, hopefully, for Abbeyfield. What gave you the interest in cooking?
my mother has kind of always cooked and brought us along with her when she's baking and stuff. So kind of got introduced that way. And both my grandparents' sides both have greenhouses, so they be growing like different kind of things, just
Yeah, all fresh vegetables. Fabulous. But you can see the passion is there. It's probably running in your veins for a long time. I've seen some of the cakes you've made. They're fantastic.
yeah, thanks. Each design kind of gives me another opportunity to get better each time. So the more I do it, the more practice I get in.
So is it something you want to see yourself doing as a career? Do you think you'll do chefing? Do you think you'll do home ec teaching? Or
I think I'll probably go down the line with home ec teaching, and then if I change my mind, probably down the line of chefing. I never really thought of doing chefing, so doing this kind of
you get the opportunity to try it before you buy it, kind of thing, and you can. So how are you getting on with the other students that are here?
good. They're all good crack, talk weight, all of them, laughs, and
Yeah, but that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about enjoying it as well.
you meet new people.
Yeah.
It's a good experience.
So, Ailey, what are you cooking for the competition?
For my main, I'm cooking a pan-fried chicken and honey glazed veg, and then fondant potatoes and a mushroom sauce. For my dessert, I'm doing a triple chocolate mousse dome with mango, I'm thinking of.
So we haven't decided on the exact garnish yet. No. That's the exciting bit.
Yeah.
Well done.
Surprise.
Yeah, it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, thanks.
Well done. Best of luck with the competition, and thanks for taking the time out to come and talk to us.
Thanks.
We're really looking forward to hearing how Ailey is getting on in the kitchen. We'll do that momentarily, but first let's go to one of our judges. And Micheline, you were watching the package there. This must be very, very inspiring. Do you believe that culinary and hospitality education programs and competitions like this one will contribute to the development of future talent in the hospitality sector?
Brendan, what a great question. How long do I have? Let me tell you, first of all, what I do so that you know where I'm coming from. So I'm a recruiter for senior positions in hospitality. So I look after absolutely top talent. But that means that my businesses are top industry businesses. So I suppose looking at that, I'm super excited about the future. And I can't wait to tell them what great careers they could have in the business. Because I suppose maybe if I just tell you what I'm doing right now, that might be of interest to you, that, you know, what kind of jobs are out there? What am I working on? And then I'll come to the competition piece. So the jobs that I work on are very diverse. We all know what restaurants are, right? We know what hotels do. We have beautiful hotels in Ireland and cafes that we frequent. But beyond that, you know, I look after luxury trains. I look after clubs. I look after venues, like when you go to the Board Gosh Energy, or if you go and visit Shannon Heritage, what do you eat there? So, you know, food is everywhere, Brendan. It's part of so many experiences. And with that comes employment, you know. And then we have roles that are like in production kitchens or at work catering. Do you guys know what that is? At work catering, corporate. It's where, you know, you go to work and, you know, Google or Flutter or whatever, and your meal is provided. And that's a lovely environment to work in as well. So there's many, many places of work, okay? And then I suppose when it comes to competitions, I adore to see on someone's CV that they've engaged early. So anything that sets you apart right now, okay? So it takes confidence, teamwork, bit of go get 'em to go into a competition. So I think these people in this kitchen are winning already.
Totally agree. Listen, that's a really good insight, Micheline. Thanks for that. And we're going to talk to you again later. And we know you and the judging panel are going to get to taste some of that delicious food.
I am.
We're going to go to the kitchen now, though. And Katrina is with Ailey's mentor chef, Tom Flavin.
Thanks, Patrick. I am indeed. I love being on this side of the house and getting to see all the action in the kitchen. And I am joined by Ailey's mentor, Chef Tom Flavin, who's no stranger to the Strand kitchen and to all of the atmosphere here. Very busy kitchen, and we're looking out inside and just wondering, how's Ailey handling the pressure when she arrived this morning, right up to, you know, all the various different challenges ahead?
Ailey's a pure natural. She's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Now, during the week, she was adding more items and more garnishes and more items to her plate. So she's under a little bit of pressure, but she's well able to cope.
And tell me, how do you come up with the whole idea with the ingredients and stuff? I mean, is it very much the decision of the students, and what kind of input do the mentor judges or the mentor chefs have in that?
It's absolutely the decision of the students. Ailey brought her own honey from her neighbour. She has her own eggs from her hens. She wanted to actually sacrifice one of her hens, but I think her siblings wouldn't let her. So like they choose all the ingredients themselves and we just help them put it together.
Well, I'm loving the level of commitment here, and I know you are busy, so I'll let you go for the moment. Tom, we'll talk to you in a moment. Right now, though, it's back to you, Patrick.
Thanks, Katrina. It's really hotting up in the kitchen. Are we going to do some food service now, am I told? And I need to know what the service actually is. So that was the note in my ear. Otherwise, we're going to go to our second of our two packages. I just don't have an instruction in my ear yet, but we have some very exciting items on today's menu. So the main dishes, I understand, are now ready, and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to go to VT of that yet. So yeah, let's go to our second of our two packages then, okay? So we are going to introduce the second of today's competitors in the competition. Let's meet David from Cloistervera in Askeaton.
Hi, my name is David Milanovic and I come from Askeaton Cloistervera School.
So, David, the school must be very proud that you're the first person from Muskegon to get through to the culinary final.
Oh yeah, definitely. All my friends and teachers are proud of me, and my parents. Everyone is.
Is the course what you expected it to be?
It's a lot more different than I expected, and it's kind of more challenging. But I like the challenges.
You seem to take to it like a duck to water. Really, you've obviously cook a lot at home, do you?
My passion really started during lockdown, during COVID. I had nothing to do at home, so I started like looking up recipes and videos, and just started going off from there.
Excellent. It really shows that you've done a lot of practice. Is culinary something you'd be interested in after school?
Oh yeah, definitely. I really would love to do chefing in my future.
Yeah, I think it would really suit you. And do you think it's the practical side of things that you enjoyed, or would you seem to enjoy the theory as well? Though you seem to be constantly looking up different recipes.
Oh yeah, I really do enjoy the practical and the theory. Just finding out new dishes, cooking them, and seeing if it's a challenge or not.
What are you going to cook for the final?
I'm going to cook a pan-fried sea trout with kind of like a hash brown circular potato dish, pepper and onion puree with it, and then aubergine puree as well.
Lovely. It's really summery. It's really light. And what about for dessert? What have you decided to do?
Dessert's going to be a Paris breast with a hazelnut praline cream in the middle.
So thanks, David, for taking time out of the kitchen today and your practice, and best of luck in the final.
Thank you very much.
And we are going to be finding out how David is getting on in the next couple of minutes as we go back to the kitchen. But first, we're back to our judges. John Gavin is with us from the IHF Shannon branch. And you're a general manager and co-owner as well of a hotel, John. So really competitions like this are so important. But in what ways do you think initiatives like the Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year competition can help the industry in encouraging TY students to actually consider a career in culinary?
Yeah, another very good question, Pádraig. Thank you. As a member of the Irish Hotel Federation and a general manager, we, as an industry, predominantly find it a difficult area to recruit chefs. So initiatives like this one, if it was rolled out throughout the country, it would show exposure to the kitchen side of our profession, and it is a profession that we have. There are numerous jobs, from accountants to marketing managers down to general managers. It's the industry has changed and transformed over the years, but to get at an early stage of transition here, to expose these students to what is available within our industry is paramount.
Great. And I guess we are really seeing that in the exposure to both the culinary and the barista throughout the year as well, and about learning to kind of manage all your ingredients, budgeting, etc.
Yeah.
So as you said, it's cross-sectional. Yeah. Brilliant, John. So we're going to find out more from you in a few minutes, but we are going to head back to the kitchen now, and we're going to find out how David is getting on from his mentor chef, Tom Flavin, who's with Katrina.
Thanks, Patrick. Yes, it's all go in the kitchen here. And I've grabbed Tom again. Tom, I'm so sorry. I know how busy you guys are. Just quickly to ask you, first of all, how's David getting on? And what do you think of the standard this year of our students?
Yeah, they seem to be upping it every year. David's doing great. He's just getting ready to put his fish on. All his garnishes are ready. He's good. All is good. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about quickly what's involved, in the actual TY program, because we're seeing the finished product now, and it's all so professional. And but at the very beginning, was it daunting for the students, and were they probably thinking there's a lot of theory involved, but actually it ended up being a bit more practical?
Well, it's all practical, to be honest, and it's an 8-week program. We spend 8 full-on weeks with them. They do everything from making soup, sauces, they make fresh bread, they make everything from scratch. You can see everything they're making today is from the ice cream's made from scratch, the stocks, the sauces, absolutely everything, like the mousses, like it's very, very intense, but they absolutely enjoy it. It's fantastic. And it's great to see them to grow over the 8 weeks from being very basic in the kitchen. Some of them, of course, would have cooked a lot at home as well. But to see them grow in that 8 weeks is just so rewarding. For us, it's fantastic. I love it.
Well, I know yourself and Diarmuid and Carol and Bernadette, you're also proud of them and the journey they've been on. And we're so proud to be here and delighted to be following that journey. I'll let you off for now, but it's back to you, Patrick.
Thanks very much, Katrina. Yeah, we really are getting some fantastic insights, and you can really see the involvement of our mentor chefs right from day one. So they are rooting for our competitors as well. We're about to meet the third of our competitors right now as we introduce the third of this year's Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year finalists.
Hi, my name's Joe Milhin and I go to Guernsey Limley.
Hey Joe, how are you doing today?
Not bad, not bad. Are you?
Well, congratulations on getting so far in the competition.
Thank you very much.
Have you enjoyed it so far?
Oh, I really enjoyed it in class.
So what got you into cooking? Did you cook much at home?
Yeah, I started helping out at home, and then it just kind of grew from there. My aunt showed me some helpful things, and that kind of grew an interest, I suppose.
So what kind of dishes do you cook at home?
I do a bit of pasta, just kind of do different sauces, different types of meat and stuff. It's easy enough to do during the week, you know.
And would you cook any desserts?
Oh, no, that's not my thing at all. It's a bit of a shock to the system.
But you're doing very well with the desserts here.
Yeah, I hope I am anyway. Getting a bit of perspective on it, just need to practice, you know.
So how are you getting on with the other guys in the kitchen? What's the atmosphere like?
Oh, I'm getting on well. Everyone's very helpful. It's not very competitive. Everyone's they're trying to make the best dish that they can, but everyone's kind of helping each other, working together, you know.
You're competitive though yourself, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Maybe small, but.
So, Joe, did you enjoy the TY program? Would you recommend it to others? And
Oh, I definitely would. It was hands down the best part of the year so far. I expected it to be a lot less engaging than it actually was, but from the start, very kind of helpful and learning, you know.
So you'd recommend it to others?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I like the fact it's creative. You can think about what you want to do, and then you can do it.
So what are you going to be cooking for us?
I'm going to be doing bacon and cabbage, but it's a bit more refined. It's better ingredients and stuff. My dessert, I'm making a tart with a chocolate bomb over it, and then this nice mousse around the sides.
Okay, so everyone's going to be looking forward to your dessert here.
Hopefully, anyway.
Lovely. Come here. And best of luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Well, doesn't Joe seem like a real character? We're really looking forward to hearing how he's getting on in the kitchen in a couple of moments. But I kept on thinking when he talked about his desserts, how famous the French are for their pastry. And I'm delighted to put the next question to our judge, the Honorary Consul of France in Limerick, Dr. Loic Guillon. And it's a gastronomy question that I have for you, Loic. As a representative of the French Embassy, your country is obviously renowned for your gastronomy. So how do you think initiatives like this competition contributes to the promotion of gastronomy excellence and innovation?
Thanks for your question, Patrick. Well, as much as France is known for its gastronomy all around the world, I must say that, as I found out when I arrived in Ireland many moons ago, Ireland shares that love for food as well and has a true food culture. But of course, like every tradition, this tradition needs to be nurtured, so to speak. And it's very important, in my view, that the future talents, the future chefs in Ireland start from a young age. In France, we don't simply see this entire sector, as we were saying a bit earlier, as an industry, but it's a vocation, it's a profession. And so I think it's very important to see students like the 4 finalists today starting from a very young age, realizing all the potential that this career can have.
Yeah, really great potential. And maybe they might find themselves on a journey to France at some point in the future.
That would be fantastic.
Great, Loic. Thank you for the moment. We are going to head back to the kitchen now, and we are going to check in with Diarmuid, who is the mentor chef for Joe, to see how he's getting on. Here's Katrina.
Thanks, Patrick. Yes, and I can confirm, you asked earlier, Joe is great crack, and the banter between Joe and his mentor behind the scenes here is legendary at this point. Diarmuid, you're our winning mentor from last year.
All's good, yeah. Winner hopefully again this. Well, I can't say anything from the thumb, so yeah.
I love the competition here, but lots of timers going off, lots of stress points, and I actually feel bad for being in here, but how is Joe and all the other contestants handling the pressure today? And tell us about those timers going off.
Well, Joe normally wouldn't be under stress, but you can see by him now, he's the most stressed now we've seen him, but yeah. It's not saying what, yeah. Joe, he's very organised, aren't you, Joe? Yeah, so... And the timer's going off because we're literally at the last few minutes now, and just to get everything up, that's it. We're all down to this couple of minutes. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we won't keep you any longer then. I know there's lots of timers going off. It's back to you for the moment, Patrick.
Thanks, Katrina. Yeah, we don't want to delay our judges too long because they also want to sample the food. So we're about to meet our 4th and final finalist in this year's Junior Chef of the Year.
Hi, my name is Katie Keogh and I'm from Munger Community College.
Hi, Katie. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Great. Now, you've done so well to reach this far in the competition, and your school must be really proud of you, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. What got you into cooking?
So first, my mom is always cooking for us at home. And then during lockdown, me and my friends started baking, and we actually made a baking business as well. That's where I started realizing that I really love cooking and baking.
Okay, so you're in the industry as such, yeah?
Yes. I work for SOS Cookies, so I'd help out in the kitchen as well as selling the cookies there in the shop as well.
Great. So, and how do you find the pressure in the kitchen here compared to that?
I think here there's a bit more pressure because you're up against all the other ones and you're looking at them thinking, oh no. Then in SOS, it's just kind of, helping out, doing what you can to help.
And how are you getting on with the other guys in the kitchen?
Good. We have great fun, so it's good fun.
Good. So what are you going to be cooking for us in the competition?
So I'm making a loin of lamb for my main course with Jerusalem artichoke puree underneath, with millionaire potatoes on the side, as well as a wild mushroom pie, and then a wild mushroom dew drizzle all over then.
Lovely. And you're making dessert also?
Yes, I'm making my famous chocolate lava cake. My family love the chocolate lava cake, and then a raspberry ripple ice cream then on the side.
Great. And best luck on the day.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to find out how Katie is doing with her mentor chef Diarmid in a couple of moments. But our fourth and final judge is Alan Fitzmaurice. Great to have you back again, Alan, as president of the panel of chefs of Ireland. And it's so great to have your support in the competition. Alan, we're thrilled you made it safely in East Limerick with us this morning. So just very quickly, because I know you're eager to get on with the tasting, how do you perceive the competition, Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year, in terms of the potential impact that it can have maybe on aspiring chefs and the culinary industry as a whole?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the finalists that you see it's great to see finalists here and there has to be finalists, but it's actually the ones that have taken part in that before this, that it may inspire them to go through into what is a career, what is a very lucrative career for you. You can travel with it. It's a life skill, if nothing else. I'm looking at the traditions there of they're using chopping knives to chop. The correct way to do it, the uniform they're wearing with the French cuffs, with the double breast, with the necktie, they all have a meaning. They're not just a uniform. And there's a massive tradition behind it. Ireland has had a huge tradition of really, really good homegrown food. We're known throughout the world for it. So are our chefs. And this can only encourage younger chefs who may not have made the final, but may come through into the industry. And that's exactly what this industry needs. It needs more people coming into it and seeing it as a career rather than a stopgap. And they can. I started when I was 13 in my cousin's restaurant, walloping pots, chopping cabbage. Worked my way to where I'm the president of the panel of chefs of Ireland, captain of the Irish culinary team. Competed in the Culinary Olympics. I know they say there's an Olympics for everything, for tiddlywinks, but there is an Olympics for chefs, and the pinnacle of that takes part every 4 years. So there are advantages to this career, and nothing else than just a life skill to be able to feed yourself.
We're going to hear a little bit more about the Olympics and the performance in a few minutes. And we're also going to get some well wishes as well for our TY competitors from some of those famous chefs that you've talked about. So as you've all said, as the panel have said, this is a career that can take you anywhere. Alan and all of our judges, give them all a big round of applause. Thank you for the moments. And we are going to head back now to the kitchen to Diarmid, who is the mentor chef for our finalist. He is with Katrina.
He is indeed, Patrick. Thank you. Yes, back in the kitchen here. And Diarmid, I have to say, you can see the passion that Katie has for cooking, as with all our contestants today. But how do you, and Tom and Carol and all the other mentors, how do you pick someone and know that they're going, what qualities do they have to have and know that they're going to go ahead in the competition and make it to the final?
Well, Katie stood out first day in class, and you could obviously tell she'd been working. She's done her own bakery herself, so she knows her way around the kitchen. And you give her instructions and she follows them perfectly. And yeah, they just stand out. It's easy pick the really good ones. So yeah.
Fantastic. Diarmid, I'm going to let you go. Speaking of standing out, standing by, the support we've had today from the many chefs in the industry has been immense. And I'm here today with Stefan Matz, who of course is our group executive chef with Ainua Collection. Oh, Stefan, we're so glad to have you here today. And as a Michelin star chef, you're such an inspiration to the students here. But how has it been for you observing the students today, and what do you think of the competition?
I mean, first of all, it's fantastic. In single words, really, it's encouraging, but also a bit surprising. to see what the 4 contestants have produced here today is really incredible and surprising. They really surpassed my expectations. If I think back as a 16-year-old, I was able to open a box of cornflakes and that was it. What they show in passion and skills and knowledge about food is fantastic. So compliments to them and compliments or credits to the college, because what they must have learned in a few weeks is really great, and there's hope for us. The future's bright for them, for us, and for the food culture in Ireland. Fantastic.
Well, I echo what you say about the cornflakes box, because that's me for sure. And it's still me. But Stefan, thank you so much for taking time out. That's Stefan Matz, of course, our Michelin star chef. And Wade, I know things are hotting up now and the judges are ready for the tasting. So I suppose that's where we have to talk to you. You're so involved with this competition every year. You're a former Commissioner General, of course, of Eurotalks Ireland. You have your own restaurant as well, of course, in Adair 1826. And you've just had a level of support every year for this competition. So may I say, first of all, thank you for that.
Completely honoured to be involved with it, and it's brilliant. And as just to echo everything Stefan said, like the standard, and I've been involved in this competition now for 4 years. This is my 4th year in it, and it's just going like that. And I'm looking at some of the things that the kids are doing here, and it's like so technical and so complicated. I'm like, I wouldn't be able to do that when I was 16. So it's a credit to everybody involved in it, and it's very easy to support something like that. You know, something like this. And as far as I can see, the future is very bright for our industry, you know.
Absolutely. And just very quickly now, because the judges have made their way, I think, to the tasting station, what will they be looking for right now amongst the contestants?
Well, you know, honestly, the first thing is there's obviously going to be technique and everything like that. But the most important thing, I think, for the judges outside is flavour. And you know, looking at what the kids have produced in this length of time with their mentors. So to me, you know, flavour first, presentation. Look, things can happen when you're doing things at the end, and especially in a competitive situation. But presentation, but flavour first, and then that's what I'd be looking for anyway. So
absolutely, and I'm sure they are. So we'll let you to it, Wade. I know it's a very, very busy atmosphere right now. So Patrick, things are quite busy in the kitchen. We're ready for that stage now of tasting. So I'm going to hand it back over to you.
Thanks very much, Katrina. Yeah, I was watching the wide shot of the kitchen while you were talking to Stefan and Wade, and there's a great sense now of the deliciousness of that food that has been being prepared all morning. So we're getting very excited for the tasting to commence. So our judges have left the set now, and we are joined by representatives of our 4 schools and our 4 finalists in the Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year. So first, joining me here is Con Healy. He's TY coordinator from Coláiste Ida Agus Joseph in Abbeyfield, and he is supporting Ailey. Great to see you again, Con. How did the competition go for you this year?
Thank you, Patrick. Well, this is our 3rd year now on the programme, and I suppose, as always, we find it a really wonderful hands-on initiative for TY students, and hopefully will open the doors for wonderful opportunities in the area of culinary arts. It's becoming more popular each year now for us, the programme, with our TY students. I think at the outset this year we had something like 58 students wanting to do the programme. So it wasn't an easy task trying to manage that number, and unfortunately some were not able to achieve their dream. But I suppose Ailey, it's no surprise really that Ailey has come to the final, really, because as Tom mentioned, and Miss Karen Mead, our home economics teacher, has often said it to me in the past, that Ailey has shown a real flair for the culinary arts since she was in 1st year, really. I hear a lot mentioned about her cakes, especially, and the icing of her cakes. So, of course, a big thank you to Tom and to Carol, who have offered invaluable support to Ailey along the line. And we've really seen not just Ailey, but the other students as well flourish and develop great confidence along the way. So, and of course, to the LCETB and to Bernadette and Vivian for offering us this wonderful opportunity.
Brilliant, Con. It's so lovely to have you again this year. Give Ailey and Con a very big round of applause.
So next we move to Coláiste Virna and it's Ida Trant who's here as our transition year coordinator. Tell us about David. I'm noticing in the background a lot of people talking about the confidence that this competition gives our students. So would you echo that, Ida, and tell us a bit about who's here today to support David?
Absolutely, and thank you so much for having us here. It's only our 2nd year as a school being involved in the competition, or even involved in the programme, so it's quite an achievement for David to come so far. But from the very off, we knew he had a special talent. I remember announcing the program, and Joanna, his mum, raced into me with his application form, so eager to get involved. He had that eagerness from the start, and I'm sure you've seen that throughout his development over the past few weeks. He's just eager to learn, and he has just stood above everybody else. We had such competition to even get a representative because our students just engaged in the program so well. It was so hands-on, it was so interactive. And of course, Tom was phenomenal. Tom was a joy to have in our school every week. And we look forward to Thursday mornings where they just got to learn so much and flourish as a person. You know, take ownership, take leadership of what they have to do. There was a lot of onus on themselves, and they took it with two hands. So it's been fantastic. But back to David, yeah, he's a phenomenal student. Cool, calm and collective, but a gentle giant is what we kind of describe him as. And I've no doubt he'll do fantastic in this competition. And going forward, whatever he does, I'm sure it'll be some way culinary arts orientated anyway, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, let's give a round of applause for Ida and Ida, of course.
And we are joined from Gael Colossus Limerick by Principal Kevin O'Reilly. Kevin, great to see you again. And you're here supporting Joe, who we said is quite the character, as we've seen from his VT and his activity so far. And he's following in the footsteps of Fionn Kennedy, who was actually our inaugural year winner.
That's right. Gord Margaret Patrick is awesome down on event, so and over some Gael Clash Limni. It's incredible. It's our third final, as you mentioned there with Fionn initially, and now Joe, an absolute character to say the least, and that comes across, and that's Joe to a T, you know. So we're delighted for him. We're delighted for all his family and his friends and his students who are here, and our TY coordinator as well. Just the whole thing is incredible, and just I suppose. To mention again, Bernadette and her team, Vivian, everybody in the further education and training and the school division within the Limerick Clare Education Training Board, we're absolutely indebted to them for these incredible opportunities for our students.
Great, Kevin. Give him a big round of applause. And to Joe and all from Gael Colossus Limerick. Now, I see we have one of our food service came up on screen, and that was Katie's menu, wasn't it?
Yes. And I believe Katie's first dish is ready. So there has to be someone who's ready first. So that's exciting.
And it's kind of perfect timing because we're about to go to
we are.
Mulgrew Community College.
It's exciting, isn't it? Liam O'Mahony, of course, here as our principal of Mulgrew Community College. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you for being here. And you must be so proud, particularly because, you know, you've been a part of this competition now for years, and first time out winner as well. So, you know, big kudos to you guys. But how has it been with Katie and supporting her, and how do you feel the initiative goes with the students?
Well, first of all, Katie, look, you can see even from the VT that she's a fabulous character and full of energy, and also very thorough, very organised, wants to do well. Competitive, which is good to see, and I think that's what this competition is great. You have to develop the skills, but you have to bring the energy and the competitiveness and the confidence. Lovely to see everyone sitting and chatting and having fun together, because for us in our school, you know, what's the most basic thing in life? Being able to cook and eat and keep yourself healthy, and there's never been more talk about well-being, nutrition, and food is so important in that, and having a healthy relationship with food. And I think this is, you know, really brought to the fore here with this competition, and Bernadette and all the team in the background. And we've had both Dermot and Tom work with us over the years, and it's no difference. It doesn't matter which of them turns up. It's the same appetite for what it's all about. And I just love to see the confidence it brings out in people. Our other students who've experienced this over the last number of years since I started. As you said, Katrina, we've been involved, and it's an honour to be here. And for me, the four who get the max out of the competition. Whether you win or not is irrelevant, because you get the media piece, you get the food piece, you get the cooking, and you get this occasion and this experience, and your friends here shouting you on. So going back to Katie, look, she's a fabulous person. We're so proud of her out in the school. And look, we wish her well today, and it's great to see all our friends here and family here to support.
And so say all of us. Thank you so much for coming again today. We really appreciate it. Give Liam a big round of applause, and all from Mulgrew Community College and Katie. So, Katrina, we've been looking at some BT on screen. We've actually seen Katie's dish came out, which was the seared loin of Irish lamb. And we could see the beautiful sides of millionaire potato, Jerusalem artichoke, wilted greens, and the Ballyhowra mushroom tart and jus. And then I think we also saw another food service as well, which was Joe's.
Yeah, absolutely. And as Wade, one of our mentor chefs and judges here today, said, it will be all about the tasting at the moment. So with Joe, he decided with his mentor Dermot to go for bacon and cabbage, but no ordinary bacon and cabbage, that has to be said. Bacon chop, chive mash, creamed cabbage, apple and scallion. And I suppose we heard from our mentor chefs as well about how the ingredients are sourced locally and fresh, and it's the students who choose all of the ingredients. And obviously they ask advice from the mentors, but that's exactly the kind of support that they get when they're choosing their dishes.
And we're looking at another one on screen right now. This is David's dish. It's pan-fried fillet of sea trout. Look at the attention to detail in the presentation. That's what the judges in the kitchen were talking about earlier on, in a particular way. So we've got David with the pan-fried fillet of sea trout on the side, the roasted Mediterranean vegetables, rusty potato, aubergine caviar, a red pepper coulis, tomato and caper salsa. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, so am I. And I have to say, being in the kitchen and in that situation and seeing how they do the presentation, it's so impressive. It is actually an art form, which I'm sure you all agree. So, you know, you have the ingredients, you have something that has to taste good, but to have it presented that well, I'm so proud, as we all are, of all the students today, because you wouldn't see that anywhere else at this level with students. And that's why we're so proud to bring this competition every year, because this is top notch. I don't think I've ever seen, you know, a competition as high as this when it comes to students.
It's the pinnacle, really, as Alan Fitzmaurice said, that you can go anywhere with this, but they really are reaching the pinnacle with the competition. We are looking at our judges right now, actually. They're in the tasting room, and we have all of the mains now served. So one of the shots we saw was of Ailey's main dish. Ailey's dish is the pan-fried supreme of Irish chicken. It's steamed with Barna honey-glazed rainbow carrots, fondant and new potato, and the Ballyhowra mushroom sauce. Sounds absolutely so. How did you actually resist not dipping into anything in the kitchen?
I was just
put your finger in.
No, I was just trying to stay out of the way, because I actually worked years ago as a waitress, and I just remember, you know, defer to the chefs. They are busy, and you need to, you know, let them get on with things. And it's a little bit of a frantic atmosphere, but it's all go and it's all working. And I just have to say that that's another thing. We forget the pressure of a live kitchen, but also remember the fact then that there's cameras in these students' faces while it's all going on. So, you know, we're making programs here as well. So they're really getting a lot of experience.
They're getting huge experience, and it's great also for the audience who've been hugely supportive. They are watching every single moment, from the kitchen feed to what we're seeing in terms of the judges. The judges gave some insights. You were hearing it when you were inside in the kitchen out here about talking about the industry and where it can potentially take our students. Would you see any potential yourself, based on the work you saw in the kitchen, of them heading into this as a possible career plan?
Absolutely. I had the opportunity to interview some of the students at the hospitality campus, and really got to meet them in the background first when things were less pressured. And there was definitely interest in either going into teaching, inspired by their schools, maybe in home economics, or to actually go on and do some chefing. And we'll have some lovely messages from some top chefs in Ireland as well, who are tuning in and want to show their support for the students. So that's a lovely idea, and it's I'm just loving all the support from all the chefs with this competition.
Yeah, me too. It's a really, really great competition. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to let the tasting continue. We're looking at the judges in the tasting room. They're enjoying all of those mains, so we'll let them savor them and do the marks before we have the desserts. So what we might do is we might introduce another guest. And
speaking of great chefs,
and that is somebody who has been competing in competition during the year. And let's welcome him onto the stage right now. It's Freddie Cullen, everybody. Give him a big round.
Come on, Freddie.
So Freddie is a second-year apprentice on the Commie Chef programme, and we understand you're working in the Dunraven Arms Hotel in Adair, Freddie. The height must definitely help in the kitchen, does it? Or do you get sore having to cut things?
Yeah. And hitting off extractor plant, yeah.
Yes, I can imagine that can be a bit of a challenge. You have had a very exciting year, Freddie. Tell us what happened in February.
Yeah, so in February, me along with 7 other chefs, we went to Germany for the Culinary Olympic, representing Ireland. I was a member of the junior team. There was 5 members from the Limerick Hospitality Campus as part of the team. 67 countries competed, and we came home with a bronze medal and a gold plate, which is over there as well.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you about the bronze medal. How many were you competing against? And Ireland came third, getting the bronze medal.
Yeah, so there were 67 countries in total.
67 countries in total, and Ireland came third.
Split in between junior and senior, so it's very impressive and very happy with our result.
Excellent, very good. Had you ever been at a competition at that level before? How different was it?
Not to that level, but there was a long process of trials and heats coming up into the competition. We did nearly a year of heats and training for the competition. So after a year, then we got to Germany, and it was immense. I think there was 12,000 chefs there in total. Very, very big worldwide. It was
wow, that is pretty impressive.
And you brought Molly the mascot with you, which we love as well. Team Ireland, such a vibrant team, and I love that they have their own mascot and everything. Tell me, Freddie, when you were this age and you were a student, did you have anything like this kind of a competition to compete in at the time?
No, not really. I really wish I had did. Such a great opportunity for those 4 chefs in the kitchen. We had nothing. I did some culinary experience, work experience in TY, but nothing to this standard and nothing to this. So it's amazing the opportunity they have. Yeah.
Final question then, I suppose, is after that experience, Freddie, where to from here? Would you like to compete in more competitions in the future?
Yeah, so next year I'll be training with Limerick for KTEX Ireland, which is the Irish Chef Panel competition. That'll be in Dublin in 2025. And then hopefully that will qualify me for the World Cup for the junior Irish team. And my dream will be to captain the team there over in Luxembourg.
Wow.
So,
wow, really good. It's best, aim highest.
Yeah.
Folks, give Freddie a huge round of applause, and we wish you the very best.
Thank you so much, Freddie.
Thanks, Freddie.
Wow, what an inspiration. And I think that's what we want to give our students today and all of you is inspiration. So we have the support of our chefs today. We have Panel of Chefs Ireland and just so much going on, but then to see Team Ireland as well. And this is the kind of thing that our students could go on to do.
Absolutely. It's a really, really exciting career plan. And we saw it in action, as he said, with Freddie. So we are looking at the moment on screen at those beautiful mains that were served to our judges. So again, we will name check all of our finalists. So we'd like you to give each of them a big round of applause. Ailey Lyons from Coláiste Ida Agus Joseph.
David Omilianovich from Coláiste Vera, of course.
Joe Minahan from Gael Coláiste Limnic.
And Katie Keogh from Mungra Community College.
So I think they're about to serve desserts. And on the menu today in the desserts, we have from Ailey triple chocolate mousse. Sounds absolutely amazing. With a mango passion fruit and chocolate biscuit.
Yep, we heard earlier that Ailey was changing a few things and kind of taking a look at different options for that, as they all did. So that sounds delicious. And then very unusual for David. I hadn't heard of this. This is the Paris breast.
We should have asked Loic about that.
We should have. But I do know, I think you did a little bit of digging on this, didn't you?
It's French pastry.
There you go. And it has that hazelnut praline with it and the caramel. So that was probably one of the dishes I was hearing earlier and going, oh, I need to find out more about that. So I'm glad you cleared that up for us, Patrick.
Do they keep any for us?
I hope so, absolutely.
Joe then, he did say desserts were not his thing, but he has created a chocolate bomb with a ruby chocolate tart and blonded white chocolate chocolate mousse. Sounds right up our alley.
You think if desserts weren't your thing, you wouldn't go for something as adventurous as that. But that's why we love Joe, because he is just going for it today. So well done. And yes, and then moving on then to Katie. And for her dessert, she chose the chocolate fondant, which has the raspberry ripple ice cream and tulle pastry.
Sounds really good. Dessert is my thing, sadly, so I'll be looking with interest. So that's why actually the timing couldn't be more perfect, because we're going to take a break right now. The reason for a break is because our judges are going to complete the tasting of the mains. They'll move into the desserts. They will then do all of the scoring, and we will be in a position in 15 minutes, believe it or not, to reveal who will be crowned champion of Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year 2024.
Yeah, we have some very special guests that we promised you as well, and we'll be hearing from them a little bit later ahead of the big announcement of who will be crowned the champion today. But for now, relax and enjoy. Take a little break as the judges deliberate.
Welcome back to the Limerick Strands Hotel, to the final of the Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year 2024. We have had a very interesting few minutes as our judges have tasted all of the amazing, delicious food, and we are about to announce and crown this year's champion. But before we went to the break, Katrina, we were talking about those delicious desserts, and we have a little visual of them on screen right now of this delicious triple chocolate mousse from Ailey. And David's Paris Brest that we were talking about before the break as well looks particularly nice.
Absolutely. And as you can see, the same with the main courses. The desserts have a beautiful presentation. Joe then chose the chocolate bomb, which is there on the screen. You can see beautifully melted. Then, of course, it has the blonded white chocolate mousse as well. And then, of course, Katie went for the chocolate fondant that you can see with the raspberry ripple ice cream and tulle pastry.
Very nice. Give all of our finalists a huge round of applause. And you can hear the absolutely amazing support that's in the room for all of our finalists on stage. Give them all a huge round of applause.
Absolutely. And lots of banners, lots of support. And speaking of support, we did say before the break that we were going to hear some very special messages of support. So we're going to start off with the executive chef from the Oak Room in Adair Manor, no doubt. And it is Mike Tweedy. Have a listen.
Best of luck to everyone in the Junior Chef of the Year final. Look, it's a great opportunity and absorb as much information and just enjoy it, guys. It's a great opportunity to be in the final, and I wish you all the best, and hopefully one day we'll be welcoming you to the Oak Room to work alongside us.
Thanks, Mike. And Aidan McGrath is also here. He's chef owner of the Honeydew Inn in Lisdoon Varna, who sent you this goodwill message.
Hello and welcome. Here we are again at another Shannon Regional Junior Chef competition. My name is Aidan McGrath, and I would like to wish the four finalists, Ali, David, Katie and Joe, all the best in the final competition cook-off. A big congratulations goes to Tom and Jeremy and everyone involved in the hard work to get to this stage. Best of luck again to the competitors and to the judges. It's a hard job. I look forward to hearing the results later. Enjoy the day and enjoy the cooking, everybody.
Finally, we have a message of support. You may know him from the TV show The Restaurant, and he's executive chef, of course, at the K Club. It's Gary O'Hanlon.
Ailey, David, Joe and Katie, congratulations on getting to the final of your big competition. You have a fantastic mentor there in Tom. I had the pleasure of cooking with the big boss many times over the years, so you've been in good hands. You should all be very, very proud of yourselves. May the best man or woman win today. You're all winners in my view, and let's hope in a few years down the line one of you will be joining me here in this beautiful building, the K Club, and we turn you into some chefs and professionals down the road. Enjoy your day and well done, everybody.
Thanks so much, Gary, and to all of our celebrity chefs for those goodwill messages. Well, we're about to reveal the champion for this year, but before we do, we are going to hear from Laura Naughton, who was our 2023 champion from Crescent College Comprehensive, to find out what a year it was for her.
I'm Laura Naughton from Crescent College Comprehensive.
Hi, Laura. Great to see you again.
You too. It's good to be back.
How's your last year since the competition been?
Been busy. I'm back at school now in 5th year, but I've been cooking a lot at home and trying to decide now what to do in college. And I'm thinking about culinary, so.
Lovely. So you've been down seeing the guys practicing in the kitchen. So would you have any advice for them this morning?
I was very nervous at the start in the Strand, but once I got cooking, it was okay and I settled in. So I just say to enjoy it really, because it's a really good, fun experience. So.
What were your biggest challenges now in your kitchen when you were down there for the competition?
The days the camera came in, they were quite difficult. But again, once I was cooking, I found it okay and I settled in. So.
And the TY culinary course itself, would you recommend that to others?
Yeah, definitely. Even if you don't have much or any experience with cooking, there's definitely something for everyone and it's all practical. There's no theory or anything. So I really enjoyed that bit of it.
I would give you a push to go to culinary for a career?
Yeah, definitely. It made me really think about it more. So yeah, I'm really considering it now.
Great. Well, thanks very much for calling in to us.
There you have it. Laura Naughton, our winner from last year, giving us inspiration today. So we talked throughout the programme about the massive support from Bernadette and the team at the College of Fet Hospitality campus, who are all here today. And you saw in the clips there the students practising away in the fantastic facilities that we have at our College of Fet campus, the hospitality campus. So to say a few words, please will you welcome our manager. It is Bernadette Enright.
So I'll keep this as brief as possible for you. So good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to take and thank a few people ahead of announcing this year's winner. First of all, I would like to thank Limerick and Clare Education Training Board, our Director of College, Paul Patton, and the Director of Schools, Donica O'Trasick, for the support they gave with the Transitional Year programme and this competition. It is an excellent collaboration between FET and our schools every year. A big thanks to the principals here today, the home economics teachers, the TY coordinators, and the 330 students who have participated in this year's hospitality programmes. Thanks also to our judges here on my right. Wade Murphy, 1826, here behind me from Adair. Stefan Matz, Group Executive Chef from the I Knew It Collection. President of the Panel of Chefs, Alan Fitzmaurice. Michelin Core from the firm. Lulique Guillaume, our French from the French Embassy. John Gavin, co-owner, Shannon Springs, representing the Shannon Region Hotel Federation. In addition to Tom and Dermot as mentors on this programme, we also had Chef Carol Dollery, who is here today, and Chef Rosemary Malloy. We also have Vivian, a lot of you who know her from the TY programmes, and Martin Seba from the hospitality, who have been assisting today and looking after you. I would like to thank the management and staff here at the Strand Hotel. Also particularly Paddy Anslow, he's the head chef here and who graciously gave up his kitchen for the last few days for us to do practice. Also, Stephen O'Connor, General Manager. Delighted that Stephen is back in the Strand Hotel after a short leave of absence. I know watching out today, John Clancy, the Director of the World Association of Chefs Society, is watching in. Brendan O'Neill, the Director of the Panel of Chefs, also looking in. John Byrne, who had a stand here today promoting the Commis Chef apprenticeship through the Irish Hotel Federation. Brian Arter for his photography today and all during the year, and no doubt Shane Sonaro and his team for all the technical support today helping us with this event. Delighted that Freddie Cullen, our second year apprentice and Olympian from Team Ireland, who works in the Dunraven Hotel. In order for events like this to happen and deliver the suite of hospitality programs, I would like to acknowledge the unwavering support from the following industry that support us with our programs. The Shannon branch of the Irish Hotel Federation, Fáilte Ireland, the World Association of Chefs, Eurotox, Limerick City and County Council, and the Restaurant Association of Ireland, the Irish Hotel Federation, and the Irish Panel of Chefs. Finally, not forgetting the 5-star team at the hospitality, the rest of the staff that's keeping the show on today while we're here. So I want to give a big shout out to them as they're all watching. We're also delighted to have some fantastic sponsorship for this year's competition, and I hope you get a chance to see all the wonderful prizes on display here today. And just finally, Patrick, I want to say a special thank you to the communications team here today. It's been a privilege as always. We couldn't have done it without the whole team. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Bernadette. We are going to bring Dave Kinsella out to us. Dave, just for a moment, just to catch up with you. Dave Kinsella is Protein Sales Manager. If you just come over to here for me, Dave, with our sponsor, Williamsgate Master Victualers. It's the second year you're associated with the competition. You must be delighted to be involved.
Absolutely, Patrick. And I suppose as an ex-chef, it's an extreme honour to be part of this, initiative and to see these young chefs and watch them hopefully blossom into great chefs of the world. And look forward to many more.
Brilliant, Dave. Thank you so much. We'll let you step back as we are going to reveal now who is going to be crowned the overall champion. And that glory goes to Bernadette Enright.
So now this is the Academy Awards. Who's the guy who won the Academy Awards this year? What's his name? Killian. Killian's nothing compared to us here today. The winner of this year's Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year for 2024 goes to Ailey Lyons.
Congratulations to Ailey Lyons, Galosta Ida August Joseph Abbey Field. She is about to be presented with the Perpetual Trophy by Williamsgate Master Victualers. And Dave will ask you to step forward and to present that now to Ailey, please. Give her a huge round of applause. And we are going to ask the panel of chefs of Ireland to step forward. We've got Chef Wade Murphy now presenting the silver medals to all of our runners-up. Please give them all a huge round of applause. David O'Reilly from Colosta Vira, Joe Minahan from Colosta Limnig, and Katie Kyo from Mundrick Community College. And the gold medal is now being presented by Stefan Matz to our Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year 2024, Ailey Lyons. In addition, each of our students are receiving a certificate awarded by the Panel of Chefs of Ireland, and Bernadette mentioned a host of other prizes from Richardson's Food Hampers, Pat O'Connor and Son vouchers, One for All vouchers from Limerick and Clare ETB, LaRousse Foods, Chocolate Hampers, and Linus Food Service vouchers. So, guys, we hope you enjoy all of those a little bit later on. So, Katrina, I think it's time for you to talk to our winner and see how she's feeling.
Indeed it is. Come up here to me, Aileen, and I know that we have family members of all our contestants. So I believe your mum, Eileen, is here. So we're going to ask Eileen, make your way up, Eileen. Proud mom here. We've had all the friends and family today, so we're delighted to have you. So I suppose first word to you, Eileen, how do you feel? Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And how proud are you today to be representing your school and also, you know, the community here today that came out to wish you well?
I'm very proud. Just like, thanks for coming and supporting.
And tell me, what would you say to anyone, Ailey, that might be thinking of entering, doesn't know what this competition is all about and the TY programme? What would you say to someone that's watching now and thinking of doing something like this?
Just go for it. Put in your best effort, like it'll come out good.
Fantastic. Well, it definitely came out good for you. Eileen, you must be so proud. Was it something that Ailey was always interested in? Were you interested in cooking yourself?
Yeah, very proud of her today. I suppose I would have always loved to go down this line myself. I loved chefing and home economics. I was brought up in a family where that was the same at home and same with my grandparents. So I suppose, you know, we have to thank all those people and thank everybody here today, and the best of luck to everybody. Like, the standard here was just amazing. It's lovely to see. And I suppose you just, when you push the boundaries and you go for it and do your very best in life, you get the results. And I hope you all take that with you today.
Fantastic words, Eileen. Thank you so much. And I have to say, from working in the behind the scenes with Ailey, she talked so much about her family and the inspiration there. And someone else who was an inspiration, we can't leave him out, is her mentor, chef. Get over here, Tom. You must be absolutely delighted. From the moment we met her at the hospitality campus, you know, there was a twinkle in her eye, and she definitely has that graw for the culinary arts. So you must be delighted.
Delighted. It's in the blood, obviously. Of course. I just found that out now. It's great.
Yeah.
But she has it. She has it. It's great.
Absolutely.
Delighted for her.
Delighted for you all. Well, listen, let's give it up for our winner this year, Ailey Lyme. We leave you to go celebrate with your other contestants. And of course, we are asking everybody who's tuning in to consider an option in a career in the TY programme. Look where you could end up winning a competition like this.
It's just been absolutely incredible, and these guys really have done amazingly today. So please give them all a huge round of applause one more time. And so that brings us to the end of this year's Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year final. We are absolutely thrilled you were able to join us on the YouTube live stream, along with our live audience who were so patient and so brilliant today here in the Limerick Strand Hotel for this exciting event.
Absolutely. And after months of exciting competition since last September, would you believe, and our 4 transition year students who came from schools across the region and battled it out here today at the live culinary final and did their schools proud, did they not?
Thanks again to all of our student finalists, our staff, and all the transition year students from each school that participated in the programme, as well as the finalist family members who helped cheer them on.
Well, we hope we've inspired you, and we can't wait to welcome you back next year to find out who'll be crowned Shannon Region Junior Chef of the Year champion in 2025. But for now, we hope you've been inspired and you've enjoyed yourself, and you may someday have a career too in the tourism and hospitality sector.
We know all of our 300 TY participants have learned essential life skills again this year through this brilliant initiative.
So thanks again for watching, and until next year's final, bye-bye everyone.